Hello, everyone, here playing Farming Simulator 22 on Elk Mountain, Wyoming, and since last episode finished mowing and raking our grass field here, and yeah, so we got grass here this time around. Again, I did not ted it here this time, so this is going to be grass. Also got our baler delivered up to the farm here. We're going to take the baler out to the field. For those you didn't see here last episode, we picked up a baler that bales and wraps. The idea, of course, being that we're going to hopefully get silage this way. At least I'm pretty sure it still works that way, right? Well, we're going to find out. So, anyway, we got the Kubota Fast Bale here. The Fast Bale 1000, which has an integrated wrapper on the back here. This does make round bales, of course. I don't think there's any integrated round bale, square bale wrappers, is there? Not in the game, though. I don't think there is. The square bales there have to be done separately. You have to make the bale, of course, and then come back through with a wrapper, which, you know, not really that hard, I guess, because the nice thing about the square bales, you can just keep on baling, right? You don't have to sit here starting and stopping all the time. But round bale's a lot cheaper, and at least with the horsepower of the tractors we have here at the moment, everyone, I don't think we really quite have the horsepower to run a square baler. Be close, maybe, but let's see here. Is it? Oh, there. Okay. I was gonna say I didn't see it filling up, but that's right. There's two bars on here. We gotta watch both bars. We have. Oh, is this gonna be? Hey, this only makes small bales, doesn't it? That's kind of suck. Oh well. It is what it is. Not much you can do about it. Oh, is this like a almost? It's probably not quite a continuous one, everyone, but yeah, we can keep on driving. I'm assuming at some point we'll probably have to stop to some extent, because I don't think it's going to be fast enough. I doubt. We'll find out. Appears to have some sort of like pre-charge chamber there, before it actually goes into the actual bale chamber, where it actually gets rolled into a bale. And then, of course, that bale gets wrapped. That's kind of cool, Evan. That is cool. So almost a continuous round bale wrap here. It's automatically wrapping. I didn't have to do anything with that. Yeah, so far it is keeping up. That is kind of cool. I mean, we can just keep on rolling. I did not realize that the Kubota baler would do this here. I'm definitely liking that feature. I'm definitely liking that feature. I forget. I know there was another baler in the game that had that feature as well. I don't remember which one off the top of my head. There actually might be more than a couple now that have that, but. And again, I'm not entirely sure what the terminology on that is, everyone. I'm calling it a pre-charge chamber, and that might not be quite what it's called. Basically, it's holding the grass until you have enough of it, and then it's putting it into the baling chamber where it's actually getting baled. Once that bale, of course, is done, then it kicks the bale out, and then hopefully by then, of course, you got the pre-charge chambers essentially ready to kick another bale into the bale chamber, and yeah, very cool process. Basically the same as a square baler here at this point, everyone. If not, almost maybe a little bit better in some ways, because we have the integrated wrapper on here. Oh, the mowing tractor sure didn't bother getting into the corners at all, did it? My goodness. Oh, well, whatever. Doesn't really matter. We got plenty of grass. Out of curiosity, does grass show up on precision farming as far as yield goes? I'm kind of curious on that here. So yield, yeah, not the greatest. That looks like we're looking around 80, 90. Looks like 90 to, yeah, looks like between 90 and 100%. So not terrible, I guess. Not terrible. 90 to 100% is about the best we're going to get. And again, most of our fields here, unfortunately, on Elk Mountain are not the greatest as far as like crops go. We do not have the greatest of crop fields here, at least not in this region of the map. I don't know, maybe another part of the map is better. I'm not sure on that one. But like I said, this region of the map, not so good for fields. Also, I got to say that wrapper on the back is really fast. That thing just like wraps. I do have this set up with course play here, by the way. Well, I raked this field with course play, I should say. So, if at some point I want to have course play take over for this, I can. Because course play did wrap it. And again, that way it will line up with a course play course, which I can then load up on the baling tractor. I would assume that course play would work pretty good here with the baler. Well, speaking of the baler, we got the Kubota tractor. I should really be running this on the Kubota tractor, shouldn't I? I should, shouldn't I? Yep. Although, I mean, the John Deere is definitely a far superior tractor. You know, let's grab the Kubota tractor and just, you know, hey, Kubota baler, Kubota tractor. Let's do it. Much as I like the John Deere tractor. Now, the one thing our Vermeer baler does do, when it does make a much larger bale, at least it can make a much larger bale. We can make small bales with it as well. It's kind of one of the things with round balers, that when you can select what size round bale you want. Ooh, do not need the rake. Let's drop that back off here. This particular round baler, possibly in real life, you might be able to select what size you want to some extent. I guess this is a 4-foot bale. Boy, it doesn't even look 4 foot. It might be, but it's probably 4 foot, I would have to guess. But I don't think they really make them much smaller than a 4-foot round bale. One thing I'm noticing a difference with this baler here as well, most, maybe I shouldn't say most round balers anymore, but a lot of round balers, they have belts on them. So like when you hear like a roll belt round baler, well, it's because the baling chamber is essentially just a bunch of belts that are going around. This one here, appears to have a bunch of rollers as opposed to belts, which, you know, kind of probably makes sense with the design of this particular baler here. So as opposed to belts, there's just all rollers there. Oh, we got some missing grass there. Oh, boy. Not sure who's doing the driving here. Terrible. Terrible. Gotta say, I am liking this baler here so far. It may not make the largest of bales. I would probably prefer myself a larger bale, but hey, you can just keep on driving. And for a round baler, I find that to be very nice. And again, this baler comes as part of the Kubota equipment pack. So for those who are wondering, I'm pretty sure that's on the official Farming Simulator mod hub, by the way. So of course you have the Kubota DLC, and then there is a equipment pack as well. So the Kubota equipment pack comes with a whole bunch of stuff. We looked at it here a couple episodes back. Yeah, if you don't have it and you like the Kubota equipment, definitely worth checking out. It does come with this Kubota baler here, by the way, of course. And yeah, definitely liking this baler, everyone. They've got quite a few bales stacking up out here as well. I should probably make sure that these are actually silage here. I'm assuming they are. It's just making wrapped grass bales, that's probably not going to do us a whole lot of good. I suppose we could feed it to the cows here in the other pastures, but definitely don't need a whole lot of that. Let's see what's here. What is it showing here? Fermenting. Oh, okay. So it does have a percentage on it. I'm trying to remember that. I think in the past it was just instant, wasn't it, everyone? I don't know. You folks correct me if I'm wrong in the comments here. Wasn't it back like Farming Simulator 19? It was pretty much instant, like you wrapped the bale and you had silage. Now it looks like they actually have a percentage on it, so I don't know how long that's going to take. Sorry, cows over in the building there. I guess the cows are going to have to wait a little bit longer to get fed. Again, the reason we're making these bales, everyone, we need silage. Apparently we need silage anyway for the cow barn, because apparently you can't just feed them hay in that barn. Well, actually, I wonder if you can. I wonder if you can actually like just bring the hay inside and feed them, everyone. I didn't think of that. Apparently the automatic feeder, though, doesn't appear to work unless you actually have all 3 ingredients, hay, straw, and silage, to actually make mixed rations here, or to actually feed the cows. At least that's what it seems like, unless I'm missing something else, which is possible, everyone. Maybe something else is wrong too, I don't know. But we got the mineral feed, so they should be all set. Oh, and by the way, we got to talk about the Season 2 Pass. For those of you who have not seen it here, Giants announced their Season 2 or Year 2 Pass here, essentially, for DLC content here for Farming Simulator 22. You can find the details over on the Farming Simulator website there if you're curious about wanting more information. It is also up on Steam, by the way, so if you want to get the Season 2 Pass, find links. Actually, I should be able to put the links down below as well, so I'll probably try to do that. So yeah, for those of you curious about the Season 2 Pass, there's going to be, that's 5? I think it's 5, yeah. I'm just looking it up right now, everyone. 5 additional packs, DLCs, whatever you want to call them, expansion packs for Farming Simulator. They're planning on releasing here in 2023. The earliest one will be early 2023, and then spanning all the way till late 2023, year 2023 there, by the way. So again, 5 additional DLC packs, everyone. It sounds like they're basically going to do the same thing like they did this year, 2022, everyone. Towards the end of 2023 here, kind of like they had the Platinum here this year, they are going to have a big expansion pack towards the end of 2023. I'm not entirely sure what that's all going to encompass here yet at this point. But I know I can see the icon they have on the pack, everyone, and yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I don't know, you folks, let me know down in the comments. What do you folks think here of the Season 2 pass? We were talking about it a little bit here last night on the live stream. And just, the various equipment, we'll have to again see, because obviously they haven't really announced a whole lot about it. I know Pack 1 definitely looks rather interesting in my opinion, everyone. Pack 2 might be interesting too, I don't know. Machines to rule the mountains, it says. So, and for those of you who haven't seen it, by the way, here, Pack 1 is taking baling a step further. And it has, of course, a bale symbol with a corn symbol on it. So I presume, everyone, that means we're going to be able to bale corn stalk bales. I don't know about you folks, but I think that's going to be interesting. That is something I've said before that should be in the game. And, depending on which modded maps you're on and stuff like that, everyone, it is on certain maps that you can actually make corn stalk bales, right? Or corn fodder bales. Now, of course, the question with that is, are they going to only do corn stalks, or are we going to be able to bale some other stuff too, like soybeans? For those who don't know, you can bale soybean stubble as well. Very, very dusty from what I've seen of that. But if you bale soybean stubble, and it's almost like a grayish black dust. It doesn't look like it'd be good to breathe that at all. Which, actually thinking about soybeans, it's probably not good to breathe that. But for those of you who've ever seen soybean stubble being baled before, it's just like a black haze dust that just does not look good. And I would have to imagine, too, Evan, with soybeans, you don't get a whole lot of stubble off of soybeans, right? So it would have to take an awful lot of soybeans to make a soybean bale, I would have to presume. Anyway, going on to Pack 2, Machines to Rule the Mountains, everyone. So, not entirely sure what that's going to be. I'm kind of curious about that one. It just says Machines to Rule the Mountains, so I don't know. I don't know why. I'm just thinking forestry equipment with that one, everyone. But, what other equipment would be to rule the mountains? What's it got to do with farming? Not sure. Anyway, Pack 3 is just a bonus pack. So we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Maybe a release of some more Pacific branded equipment, maybe. Another brand joining Farming Simulator. Not sure, because, hey, people have been wanting a Kubota here in Farming Simulator for years. I went, hey, look at this. We finally got a Kubota DLC, right? And I've said this before, and probably one of the reasons it took so long is, again, Kubota is probably not the biggest name in farming. Again, they are a big name tractor manufacturer, but not when it comes to farming. I think Kubota is trying to get into that just a little bit more. But generally speaking, Evan, you don't see a lot of Kubota equipment being used in, like, actual farms. You mostly see them being used in hay and maybe just, like, real small, like, hobby-type farms, right? That's where you'll see the Kubota equipment being used. And again, at this point, Kubota, I think their biggest tractor is right around the 200 horsepower, so that is definitely a little on the small side for most decent-sized farms. Anyway, moving on to the last, well, actually not the last, pack number 4, equipment to improve productivity. So yeah, equipment to improve productivity. I'm kind of curious what that's going to involve. Something other than 3-meter equipment, perhaps? And then, of course, you got the big expansion number 5. Welcome to, and they have the map name kind of covered up there, but it's going to be a map somewhere. It says explore a new map, lush with exciting crops. with a carrot symbol. Yeah. I don't know about you folks. That that does not sound exciting to me. I don't know. Well, anyway. Not that I'm complaining, everyone. Definitely welcome new crops here to Farming Simulator. Never enough, if you ask me. Would be nice to see Giants add additional crop types to the game. And as I said before, but even with some of the crops we have, Giants could very easily add some additional ones, especially in the wheat and barley category there, some more grains. Giants could very, very easily add a few more there without, probably creating a whole bunch of additional work. When it comes to, like what we're doing here, too, having another excellent example, we just have grass. Let's maybe actually add some clover and alfalfa and some actual hay mix in here. That'd be pretty cool if you ask me. I have one. Maybe, probably not one, but that might be a good addition as part of the baling pack there. Like add alfalfa to the mix. With that being said, I don't know if it is like alfalfa something they do over in Europe. I don't know. I'm not sure on that one, Evan. At least when it comes to feed around where I live, Evan, alfalfa is typically, maybe with some clover and some other stuff mixed into it, is usually the preferred crop to plant for feeding cows and animals with. Usually some sort of alfalfa mix. And you get a little bit of clover and some other stuff in with it. Especially the first time around. I think it's wheat. No, not a rye. Might be rye. I forget what they mix in with it. Like a lot of times the first time I won. Kind of get the crop established. I think it's rye. Do not quote me on that one, everyone. I'd like to say rye is planted along with it. The rye comes up first and kind of protects the alfalfa as it comes up. Well, but I wasn't necessarily planning on baling the entire field myself here, but I don't know you folks. I'm kind of having fun doing this here. This round baler is... Oh, this round baler is definitely where it's at, everyone. I might just have to get rid of our Vermeer one. I know the Vermeer one makes larger bales, everyone, but hey, this thing is just... We're just cranking out the bales here and just, going along 10 mile an hour, not having to stop. Like I said, I don't know about you folks. I'm liking this one. This is definitely where the baling is at. Just out of curiosity, achievement unlocked. That's a wrap. Ooh, must have wrapped a bunch of bales. I'm not sure how many, but 0%. Just wondering how long the fermentation process is taking here. 0%, okay. Let's go to probably one of the first bales we did. Probably up here somewhere. I'm guessing now when this is probably going to be like a day-long process here for the fermenting, maybe, or maybe longer. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't... Oh, there we go. We got 1%. 1% on that one. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, because again, I'd like to feed our cows, everyone, and yeah, the longer it takes for these bales to ferment, well, the longer before I can feed them. Once we're done baling here too, by the way, and of course we'll have to get the bales picked up, we'll probably bring the roller back out, roll this field. Although, that being said, everyone, I did roll it here, for those who remember, last time around. But when we came to mow it, it still said it needed to be rolled. So I'm not sure what was up with that. That was a bit interesting, I thought. Oh, and by the way, one thing to note, too, about the Season 2 pass, everyone, or the Year 2 pass, essentially. If you're looking at getting everyone now, it's probably a pretty good time to get it. They do have it on sale here at the moment. I'm not sure how long that sale is going to last, but yeah, if you're thinking about getting everyone, might be a good time. Anyway, we'll go to the comments here, read a few comments here in a moment. Matt was saying you could buy a few silage bales from the shop. Ooh, you know what? That's actually a good idea, but I did not even think about doing that. I could have bought silage bales. And maybe we'll just do that here yet, too. I'm just go, like, buy, comes at 8 at a time, I think. Maybe we'll just go down there, buy, like, 8 of them, just so we can at least feed our cows and get that process going so the poor cows have something to eat. before PETA comes down here and starts complaining about it, you know. Coffee Pusher was saying, yes, the robot does need silage to work. So good to know. Something else I could try doing too, Evan. I don't know if you can directly feed the animals with that barn or not. I might be able to just take a bale of hay and bring it over to the trough. Like I said, I don't know if it'll work with that barn. But if it does, we could just try giving it some hay. Just again, we're probably going to need a day or two here before these bales ferment. Christopher was saying, good video and good morning. Hey, thank you very much for that there, Christopher. Connie was saying, good job. Thank you very much for that. Alpha was asking a good question here. If you have a PS5, how do you restore your save game? I myself am not particularly familiar with the consoles, but someone correct me if I'm wrong. Don't consoles back up the save game contents to the cloud or something? That would be my first guess, Evan. So, you know, if you're looking to restore a corrupt or missing or bad save game, look and see once if your console backs that stuff up to like the cloud or something. If it doesn't, then you're probably out of luck. Of course, for those you don't know, at least on the PC side of things, Evan, Farming Simulator itself, and it's not an advertised feature at all, which I don't know why Giants doesn't advertise this, Evan. It seems like something they would want to promote and advertise, but Farming Simulator, Giants Farming Simulator does automatically create backups of your save game. So if you've ever had something go wrong with your save game, Evan, there are multiple backups inside the Farming Simulator folder on your Documents drive, or in your My Documents folder, or wherever you decided to have Farming Simulator installed and set up to, right? So yeah, for those of you who don't know that, if something has gone wrong with your save game, like I said, Farming Simulator automatically backs that stuff up, and it does a pretty good job of it too, everyone. You know, the autosave, you see that happens every 15 minutes here, which, by the way, I'm using a mod that actually forces the game to actually autosave. For those of you who don't know, little pet peeve of mine here. Without that mod, everyone, the game, even though you have autosave turned on and you have whatever, you know, say you have it set to 15 minutes like I do, Evan, the game will not actually autosave unless you go into the menu. So if you're just out here playing like I'm doing here now, Evan, and you never go into the menu, guess what? Autosave is never going to work. Which, I'm trying to fathom the stupidity behind that one, everyone, but I'm drawing a blank on that level of stupidity. So anyway, you know, that level of stupidity does not compute in Randy's brain. So thankfully, we got a mod that actually makes the game. So like, if you have it set to auto save every 15 minutes, it actually does. It actually auto saves every 15 minutes. I know, folks watching, your mind blown, right? It's like, whoa, the game actually. You turn on the auto save and set it to 15 minutes, and it actually auto saves there. Yeah, I know, it's an amazing concept, right, everyone? Some of you better go talk to the Giants people there and explain that feature to them. But anyway, so yeah, like the auto save, Evan. In addition to that, the game will automatically back those auto saves up as well. I'm not entirely sure what the logic is behind how it does it. I know it keeps. I'd like to say it's 8 copies, 9, maybe 10 copies, somewhere in there, one. And it spreads the dates out. So, say like today when I play, I might have 4 backups. You know, tomorrow there might be 2, and the day before might have been 1, and then for this entire week there might have been 7, and you know, the next week there might have been 2, and the week after there might be 1. It spreads the dates out, and so again, like today, there's going to be more of them. Tomorrow there's going to be fewer. It automatically manages that, and again, it does a pretty good job of that. So rest assured, when you have a problem with your auto save or your save game, you should be able to get it back. And if you can't, something is seriously wrong. You've really broken the game, or more than likely, what I usually tell people, because I do get asked about this quite a bit, like your save game doesn't load. You went and pulled a backup save game. It still doesn't load. At that point, you probably have a problem with your mods. or the game itself is corrupt. One of two possibilities. Either the game itself is corrupt, everyone, or there's a problem with your mods. That is also definitely a distinct possibility and happens quite a bit. Definitely a lot of mods out there that will prevent the game from loading if something goes wrong, right? Okay, nope, I don't want this map. I want to go to this one. Wonder where our... actually, you know what? I think it's sitting right over here, isn't it? That's right. Oh, let's see. So do I have a tractor on it? Nope, there's our trailer. We're going to have to set that. I think these are the 1.25 bales, meter bales, I think. We are going to find out. And again, I did not realize when I bought this barn here that you would have to have the silage for the robot to work. I was planning on just the cows can have hay. That gets them up to, I think it's at 80% or something like that. Good enough, right, everyone? But nope, of course not. That's not going to work. Because apparently the feeding robot on this barn, if it doesn't have all three ingredients, it doesn't work. So, oh well. It is what it is. Well, that's first things first. We need to change that from 120. Okay, I was thinking 125. Looks like, well, find out. Is that the right one? Oh, maybe not. Show an auto load 1. Oh, why is it showing square bales? Why is it showing square bales down below? Oh, square bale 120. Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. We need round bale. Okay, I was right. I went round bale 125. There we go. I didn't realize I should have looked at that. It was on the square bale. That would explain the problem. And apparently in this size, we can hold 26 bales. Better than the 10 we have with the larger bales. I'd be curious on the math on that one. I wonder if it holds more bales this way, or if it holds more big bales. You know, like fill-wise, right? Liters, pounds, or was it? Oh, yards in this case, I guess is what it's actually measuring in. I know the big bales are around, was it 120 yards or something like that of material? Oh, look at all the white marshmallows on the field. Oh, thank goodness for auto load, everyone. It makes this job so much easier. The physics in the game definitely do not lend themselves well to doing, like, actually doing this work here. Like with a front loader or tractor and loader or skid steer or something like that with actually like a pair of bale forks. Or actually in this case, I mean, you wouldn't even want to use bale forks. Because you don't want to be poking holes in your bales if you can help it. So you want to like use a pair of bale grabbers. Essentially a great big pair of tongs, right? Okay, 119 yards of grass. I don't remember exactly what the large bales were, but we're right in about the same ballpark there, I think. So even though the bales are smaller, it's not holding really that much less as far as like the actual cubic yards of material go. And I'm guessing at this point I probably don't actually want to, like, put them in the shed. Not sure what would happen if I tried. So we'll just, not seeing what's here. Get side left. If I unload. There we go. Yeah, we'll just unload them there. Like I said, pretty sure you want them to ferment. Before I actually put them in there. If I try to put them in there now, I think you get grass yet. I could be wrong in that, or you get nothing. Anyway, on that note, with that, we're going to wrap this episode up here. I'm going to finish up picking up these bales. Off camera, I'll probably go ahead and run the roller across this field here as well. just get it prepped here for next time. Oh, and speaking of next time, by the way, so the pH here is bad. Nitrogen is also bad. Interesting. Yeah, the pH over here is good, Evan. That's because back when we first started doing this field, Evan, I forgot to buy the soil mapping. So a little bit of this first part of the field here is not the same as the rest. We'll have to get that corrected here, but I'm going to wait for the entire field to need to be limed here first. And typically with lime, it's every third time. So even though with precision farming, that really hasn't changed. It's still like every third time usually. So anyway, on that note, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, Evan, thanks for watching, and until next time.